Alright, hello, good morning, welcome back to another muscle fishing film. I hope you're doing really well, hope your week's been good. Finally, we have some days this week where the wind calms down and there's actually windows of days, not hours, wind-wise. Obviously, I'm back to work for 4 days today. However, I don't start until 4:20 today, I think. So we're out very, very early. We've got a gorgeous sort of very early sunrise behind me. It's about 5:10 in the morning. Weary-eyed, yes. We've got a kayak on the car today. I kept the kayak even though I've got the boat and I go out with lots of friends on great boats and big boats. Always kept the kayak because I use this to nip out, opposed to doing sort of full days on the boat. If I've only got half a day or whatever, I take that. So we've got up till about 12 o'clock today, and then we've got to go home and get ready for work. So the idea, we're going to do a little bit of trolling for bass while we go to an anchor mark. That's going to be the first part of the morning, just going along Holywell, going out a little bit, and then we're going to anchor up. We're going to try for some hounds and some rays, I think. And then as the tide sort of ebbs from about 10:30, I'm going to do about an hour and a half bass trolling along the coastline here to see if we can pick up some bass. Obviously all the tips and tricks will be in the video. I'm going to get set up and I'm going to get out there. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to today. Actually, I'm looking forward to it because it's on a kayak. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Oh. Right, that's parking paid for. $8.75 it is all day on the road. It is quite expensive, but I'm sure other places are more. But so it is what it is. Obviously, if you go down Langley, it's free, but then you've got a lot bigger pedal to the area we want to fish today. So, yeah. Oh well, it's not too bad, I guess. Might be the same in here now, possibly. Although I think it's 14 quid in here, possibly, at one point. So I shall see. If it's the same price in here, I'll park in here next time. But kayak's ready. Kev's getting his ready. Kev is the quickest at getting his kayak ready I think I've ever seen. it just goes up and he's off. So yeah, beautiful morning, and hopefully start off with some bass and then some hounds and some rays, and then hopefully Kev gets some nice place because I think that's what he's after. Right, hello and good morning again. Oh, do you know what? Every time I've had a break from the kayak and then I get out on it, I realise why I fell in love with it. You feel so in touch with the water, so like part of it. On a boat, you sit a bit above it and you feel more like you're going through it and you're fighting it. On a kayak, you're with it, you know. Oh, right. There's high tide pretty much at the moment, and the tide's going to start ebbing soon. And we're going to start trolling down towards Holywell to see if we can pick up some bass. I'm not going to go nuts for these this morning. We're basically going to go straight to our anchor mark, but we're just going to use little deep diver lures like that and some shallower ones like this. I'm going to clip those on and we're going to go see what we can do. Right, let's get some rods out. So we just use a little 2000 size reel and a smallish rod. Don't like having too long rods on the kayak. I find it causes more problems than there needs to be. So I don't know what length that is. It's probably about 5.5 foot, maybe 6 foot. You can get away with about 8 foot, and it's about as max as you want. So we'll get the lure out. I think that little white one there looks nice. Pop that one on the clip, which is always easier said than done. So she's ready to go. Obviously I'm gonna get 2 rods out. And then our other rod should be here. Yep, there it is. Now, because I don't know where these fish are sitting, I'm gonna put on a slightly shallower dive lure on this one. I was a little bit worried when I woke up this morning because there was a bit of mist and fog. Luckily, it's already lifting. I thought, oh, come on, don't give me another weather condition that I'm gonna struggle with. But no, luckily, it was all good. Lock that in. The bass boats are going out now because it's the ebb, and they like fishing the ebb out there. Right, let's turn around and go and see if we can get some bass. So when we're trolling, what we want to do is we want to cast the lure behind the boat, keep the bail arm open for a good 5-10 seconds, get it right behind the boat, 40-50 yards, engage your bail arm, pop it in your holder, and that rod is now fishing. Troll speed, you can obviously change. Some days they want it fast, some days they want it a little bit quicker. But generally speaking, I find a troll speed of about 1.8 to 2 miles per hour is ideal. So again, we've got our other one, bail arm over, cast your lure behind you, keep your bail arm open, give the rod a little shake to get a bit more line off, give it an extra 20 yards. So that lure is 40 yards now behind your boat. Engage your bail arm and let the rod do the work. We're hands-free bass trolling now with 2 lures. Inshore over reef, one of the best methods for catching bass is doing this. I've realised I've got to go a lot slower on the pedals because the tide's already ebbing. It's already starting to ebb. There we go. So we're going about 2 miles an hour now. So you'll be able to see the rods here. They've just got a slight bend in them, ever so slightly. Same with that side, an ever so slight bend. And if you keep an eye on them bends, you'll pretty much know what the natural state of the rod will look like when your lure's trolling with no weed and there's no fish on it. If that rod suddenly goes like real heavy over, usually if it's just a heavy bend like that, it's getting caught on the bottom, or there's snags, or you've got a bit of weed on your lure, then wind it in and check it. I like to check them every sort of 10 minutes regardless, even if the rod tips aren't particularly changing. When you get a bite, it will rattle off like that. Yeah. It's a little bit early season for these still. I generally find these a bit more of a May, June, and it's only May, I think it's May the 1st today actually. Or was it 31st of April? I'm not sure, I'm not very good with dates. But yeah, when you're trolling, stay in a straight line if you can, and if you are going to turn left or right, starboard or port, just do it very gently, otherwise you'll end up crossing your lines. But we're going to do a bit more bassing later on at low tide because that's the better time for it. But while we go to our anchor mark, I thought worth trying. You never know, might pick up a bonus fish. The water's got a lot of mayrite in it, so it's not ideal for this, but we'll see. Well, the 40 minutes I did of trolling didn't produce anything. I sort of expected that. It is really a low water mark. So Kev's just launched now. He's slowly making his way over here. He's got the tide with him, so it won't take him too long. I'm going to very slowly now head out to our anchor mark. It's turning into a beautiful day. The mist is lifted, which is great. I didn't particularly want to anchor where I was going to anchor if there was mist, because I knew it was an ebb tide, and a lot of bass boats will be heading towards Beachy Head. And a little kayak sitting there in mist, yeah, it's not ideal. But now it's nice and clear. The mist is lifting, the sun is coming out. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Why do I have to work? But at least we're out doing a little bit. If we had a 9 to 5 job, we couldn't do this. So we've got 0.22 miles to go to the destination. And we're just going to anchor up. Basically, it's just past a little bit of reef, and we're going to anchor up onto some sand. I have had some luck there in the last few years. I've had turbot on it. I've had rays, a turbot, not multiple. Rays, hounds, obviously dogfish, plaice, dabs, yeah, that sort of thing. So look, who knows? The Mayrot's in. It's not going to be. It might not be ideal today at anchor, but I wanted to give it a try. We're not on the boat, so I can't go to the marks that I know will produce good fish today. We've kind of just got to do what we can do on the kayak. But goodness me, it's a workout. Did a massive leg workout a few days ago, and it was a big workout, guys. It was like until failure, till I couldn't walk. My good friend was training me, and yeah, they are hurting now. So I'm going to be very pleased to shove the anchor in and relax. Actually, I haven't done any anchor fishing for a long time, so it will be nice to put the anchor in and yeah, and just relax. So the rigs we're using today are just running ledgers. A lot of them have got a little red zip tie on most of them, but this was just something I had already on the rod, so I've not bothered changing it. So that's what's going to hold our weight on. And then the business end, I've got a Frio, that is a Limitless Ultra XT, that one. Beautiful sharp hooks, perfect for putting into squid. They've got a nice long shank, so I'm going to whip one of them up and see what we can get on. I don't know how the anchor session is going to be today, guys, because there's a lot of Mayrot in the water, and there really is. But we can only try. When it goes low tide, what I might do is try the rocks again for the bass, but we'll see how we get on. It's better than not being out, isn't it? This year. Oh, all right, guys, we've got a bite finally, just on the scratching rig, so I don't expect it to be anything interesting. Let's have a look, see what we got, if anything. Yeah, there's a bit of weight to it. Oh yeah, there is actually. We've got a little bit of peeler crab, tiny little peeler crab and a lugworm. So, it could be anything. Could be anything. Oh yes, there we go. Ah. Well, what did I say? I said put up a little knock, but nothing major. A little dogfish. Certainly not what we're after, and not what I want to be taking my peeler crab. See you later, mate. This year I've had more dogfish than anything else. I seem to not be able to get away from them, but I suppose it's not a blank. Yes, it's a doggy. There we go. I don't wait an hour to catch 2 of those. Another doggy. Right, this one's been knocking a little bit, but it's about time we check it anyway. Oh yeah, there's a fish on there. Ah, here we go, guys. This might be a bit better. Or is it just going to be a big dogfish? Oh no, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. It might be a big doggy actually putting up a bit of a fight, but feels like there's a bit of weight there. We're only on a spin rod, so... Oh no, no, we've got a fish on, guys. We've got... No, here we go, here we go, here we go. This is what we're after. Here we go, guys. Yes. Hound, I think. Finally, what we're after. Woo, yes. Here we go, guys. It's turning the kayak. Turning the kayak. Peeler crab does it. Got to get him up first though, haven't we? Here's the leader. Is it going to be a ray or is it going to be a hound? I'm hoping a hound because that's sort of what the target was. Hey, little hound. Stay on, stay on. Yes. He's going to go berserk. While he goes berserk, I'm very, very quickly going to bait this other rod and get it out there because, as I said earlier, they do hunt in packs. He'll be absolutely fine down in the... oh my goodness. No, he's doing a runner. He's doing a runner. Stay there, stay there. That's it, come in here. Right, there we go. He's calmed down now. Yeah, he'll be absolutely fine down there because there's loads of water in the kayak well. And it's going to take me literally probably 30 seconds to very quickly put another crab on. So to bait up a peeler crab, these are just frozen peeler crabs. I'm going to pick the hard shell off. I'm going to go through the body like that and through like that, and then I'm just going to bait elastic, pick off that little bit of bottom. A bait elastic hit like that sort of thing, just make sure that hook point's obviously popping out. I did leave that peeler crab down there for a long time. It'd been there for about an hour, so it just shows sometimes you don't need to keep changing your bait. I think probably from the beach it's a little bit more important, but yeah, not so important on the boat so much. They're a little bit less fussy. Let's have a little look at what we got here then. Right, there we go. Little hound, not massive, probably about, I don't know, £3 maybe, something like that. But it is target species and that's what we've come out for, so that's fantastic. Nice starry Smoothound. We know they're a starry Smoothound because of those little nice spots on them on top. The common Smoothound won't have that. That was taken on a limitless hook there. Just pop it out. There we go. Ultra XT hook. 3.0. There you go. Don't need a big hook. Let's clear its mouth a bit, give it some oxygen. There we go. Oh. There's a boat coming along, he's alright. There we go. Little hound. Let's get him back. Yeah. Right, well the last sort of hour and a half been really quiet. So we've had a few dogfish, which isn't what we're after. But we did get target. We got one hound, and it wasn't a tiny hound, but it wasn't a big one either. But it was okay. We've come out here for a hound, and we've got a hound. Still got a few hours to be honest before I have to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do some more bass trolling. While the tide now is sort of slack water, so we're going to be swinging on the anchor anyway. I just thought, do you know what? Let's go and give that bass trolling another go. And I'll go a little bit further along the coast. And then I'll use the tide, which is going to start flooding soon, to help bring me that way. So I'm just tidying up all my bits and bobs. I'll put everything in the box so that when it gets home, it can have a good clean. Oh, he's in. Doggy? Yeah, lazy doggy. Kev's got a dogfish. Yeah. Not loads of dogfish. They've not been annoying today, to be fair, but there's been more than I would have hoped and not enough other fish, but a lot of mayrot in, so it is what it is. So we're going to attach a couple of bass lures and then we're going to go and see if we can pick up a bass. Right, well we're getting into the zone now where we might possibly catch a bass. It is a little bit early season, to be honest. But the tide's really slackening off now, and we hadn't had any bites for a while, and that Mayrot's pretty bad. So I thought, do you know what? Let's try and get a bass. Obviously, it was never going to be an all day today because I've got work later on. And actually, I was thinking about finishing about 1, but I'll probably finish about 12. Maybe even a little bit earlier. It's 10 now, so after about an hour of bass trolling, I will know if there's any bass about or not, because generally speaking, it's a very effective method to catch them. And if you do an hour of trolling and you don't have anything, you can sort of confidently say they're not quite in yet. You might get the occasional one, but we'll see. We've got 2 rods out now. Done what I cast out how I showed you this morning, and we'll just see if we can pick one up. I'm going to go slightly more west than I usually do, just because the tide's small and it's slackening off, so I'm not going to get caught out by the tide there, and when it does turn, it's going to be pushing me back to my launch site anyway. So I'm going to pop down towards the White Cliffs, just see if we can tempt a bass. Got bass on, guys. The camera didn't work, so I had to keep pedalling to keep the tension on, and yeah, bass on. It's only a little schoolie. Whee! There he is. Yeah, I turned the camera on and it weren't going on, so just a little schoolie bass. Target achieved at least. So we'll get that one unhooked. So there's the lure, and there's our very little schoolie bass. Oh, hang on, let's show you up for the camera, mate, and then you can go back. Come on, calm down. Don't put a hole in my dry suit, it's new. There you go. Little schoolie bass. Sorry we didn't get the take and much of the fight. As I said, the camera didn't work, but there we go. See you later. Excellent. Right, cast out, carry on. It has been a tricky day, to be honest, fish wise. We've got the species that we're after. We said we're going to do a bit of trolling. We've had a bass. We said we're going to try for some hounds. We've had a hound. So we have had the species, but we haven't had the numbers of fish. It's that sort of year really where it's just transferring over inshore. May's never a great time, to be honest, inshore. When I say inshore, I mean, like, you know, within casting range on the beach is quite quiet, and even sort of a third of a mile out it can still be a bit quiet. We've obviously had the Mayrot as well, which hasn't been good. There was quite a lot of Mayrot in the water today. That puts off the fish. I think it gets in the gills, they don't like it, so they push offshore again. But, you know, it's been a nice day. It's been nice to get the kayak out, nice to sort of stretch the legs on it, get used to it all again, and have a little bit of a social. So, yeah, we can't really complain. We'll see how we get on here and just see if we can get another fish. But if I don't, thank you for watching the video. I know it's not been the most exciting video of all times, but it's a kayak video and we haven't had one of them for a while. So if any questions, ask away. Otherwise, have a great week. See you later.